Hey y'all, it's your girl Denise, and I just want to say thank you to my CC fam for voting me most likely to take over the world as well as most likely to be an assassin. So, cheers to that. I'm out here at the cottage on, well, one of them, and I just wanted to confirm what I had wrote about Stevie. So, at the end of the day, we have to feel bad for Jocelyn because obviously Stevie has done something to her where she feels like she needs to be ride or die for a motherfucker that ain't willing to ride or die for her. So she gonna be the ride or die chick that dies. Now, I want to get into something I mentioned before after the Splendid Ninjas, which was acting like you don't know a motherfucker. You know, just denouncing their existence. And one of the reasons that we do that in this game is because it wasn't your best work. You know, you look at a broad, you like, ooh, I'm not claiming that. And women, we need to start doing that shit too. When people just start rolling up and you, hey, I used to met. No, player, I'm sorry. Have we met? Now, I'm gonna tell you a true story. This is just to show you, and it just happened 2 years ago. And it's a true story about this cat I was really digging. I'm just really like, ooh. I would swing from Cirque du Soleil sites just to get at this cat. And he was beautiful, clicked, vibing, everything's great. Wow. Listen, I done stalked him a little bit and found out that he was really good friends with this cat that I used to mess with like 15 years ago. But that motherfucker looked crazy right now. I'm not claiming that shit. So I just wrote it out. You know, that's why I tell people my other fictitious name. I don't tell them my real name all the time. And that's another reason why you got to make up separate identities and shit like that. Because you can't go, oh, I know her, blah, blah, blah. No, you don't. No. So I end up, and this is why you don't go all the time, young people, and be putting your pictures all on Facebook, and we at the motherfucking Mardi Gras, and we over here, and we at eating at Cheesecake Factory. That's bullshit. You keep all that shit a secret, all of it. Because then if you have to denounce a motherfucker, it's easy. You just say, prove it. It's not, no, I don't know you. So, listen, I was out and about. My dude comes up to me and he had this funny look in his face, and here comes the Goodyear fucking blimp next to him, and I'm like, oh no, this motherfucker did. And he was like, and the blimp was like, yeah, that's her right there, Denise. I swear on everything I love, I looked at that motherfucker, I said, it was nice, I'm sorry, I'm Denise, it's nice meeting you. He looked at me, he said, it's me, and he's saying his name. I ain't gonna say his name because he used to be a big deal. I said, I don't know. And my dude is looking for detections of lies, but he's not finding them. So now he's looking at his boy like, you lied on this girl. So he's like, you don't remember this, you don't remember that. Now this is a cat, let me just be clear. I kicked it with this cat for 3 years and was denouncing his existence because he looks crazy. He looked fucked up. It's not my best work at this time. At that time, it was my best work. Not now. 15 years later, no sir. So he busts out, and that's why you ladies, you have to stop when you get information about cats just blowing it out there. You know, oh, I caught you doing that. No, put it in your mental Rolodex, write it down, do whatever you need to do, and you use that shit as ammunition later on, so they'll shut the fuck up. So I had some information. And he says to me, you don't remember me? I said, look, during that time I was going back and forth. I was in school at Pittsburgh. And he's like, yeah, you used to drive a red car. Your mama name is Sherry. This, that, and the third. Now, this time I'm like this. He done got me. Oh. So now I'm looking at my dude, the one that I really am trying to get at now at this point in time. You know, I'm trying to denounce this fool over here. And my dude is starting to be like, you rat bitch. He didn't really call me that because who would say that? But anyway, so I look at dude and I go, you know what? Oh, yeah, I do remember you. Didn't you used to go with naked ass so-and-so? She was a stripper. She used to mess with all the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like, it was on tape or something like that. Like, she did like a porn and that's why y'all broke up. Because wasn't you engaged to her during that time? So oh my God, that doesn't even make any sense. Like, I think I remember going to like a park, like you lived out in Orchard Park, right? He was looking at me like, you know what, bitch? Me and you was together at that time. And he was giving me that look, too. Like, me and you was together at that time. Yeah, but I never said nothing about the broad in Pittsburgh because I didn't care. I didn't care about that girl walking around with pencil skirts on in the middle of the day in the hot summertime with a wool sweatshirt on. You look crazy. You're not getting anything out the deal. I was trying to get last name in half. So at the end of the day, I had to finish denouncing this cat. So I hit him with the, pat and hug. Oh my God, it's so good to see you. And he's like, I know I look crazy. I look a little different. I gained a little weight. I was like, no, you gained a lot. You gained like, I don't know, like what, like 180? Like you gained that? Okay. And he's like, but you look great. And I was like, oh, thank you. You know what I'm saying? So mission was accomplished. This is what we call a good lie. The denouncing of not your best work. But ladies and gentlemen, be careful with this whole, I'm in a relationship and it's complicated, and attaching yourself to people that later on could grow up to be serial killers, fat blimps, whores, prostitutes, crackheads, things like that. That's, if it's not your best work, just denounce it. But you can't denounce it if you've claimed it. Stop claiming motherfuckers all the damn time. It's none of our business. And nobody cares. Every time you claim a motherfucker, now the vultures come out. And now you got to defend a motherfucker that might be raggedy in 10 years anyway. That's why I only deal with dime pieces. I'm shallow, and I apologize for my behavior. I'm fucking with you because I don't give a shit. Now, thank you and good night.